All right, my people. Thank you very much. We're back again now. I appreciate every one of you. We're going to manage ourselves here. I'm here listening to everybody, but we're going to manage ourselves. I want to appreciate every one of you for your time with us, people that have been there for us all this while. I want to say thank you for your dedication throughout this journey. We are about to end the journey uh, with laughter, with celebration by the special grace of God. So we are close. We are close. We are close. I appreciate every one of you right there and people that is still here with us on the comment section. We have Abu Azi with us, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much. We have Amaka Fojabi still with us here. God bless every one of you, my people. We have Abajulu with us as well. Thank you, my good people. Moses is with us. Chaco Obedient is with us. Amos Sokri is with us as well. BTV Nigeria is right here with us. Thank you, my wonderful people, and God will bless you, Namada, to Sabistela Masevedo. Thank you, my people. All right, I would like us to let me move on now to the next person to speak to us. But now, let me go to Augustine. Augustine, please, if you are there, I would like you to talk to us. If you are not free right now, let me go to Black Panther. It looks like you are not even there. Okay, let me go to Black Panther. Black Panther, are you there? Okay, Augustine is there. Okay,
Okay.
mute yourself,
Yeah.
sir. Talk to us. Thank you.
Okay. Um. Thank you, Niger Watch. Actually, like you said, today it's Watch Night Day. But the thing is, I think we've all spoken at length, even if the walls must have had us. But the thing is, my message this night is that we are not going to take whatever they give us unless it conforms to what we expect. We know who we voted for. There's no two way about it. There's no, messing around with it. They themselves knows. But what the thing is, they may be thinking that what happened in Tunisia or the Arab Spring may not happen. They are wasting. They have the opportunity to stop it by just saying quietly that Peter Obi won the election because we cannot continue with fraud. Even the judges are then from the cross examination when they listened in judgment. Didn't they hear people? Didn't they are they not convinced that Tinubu did not attend any formal school? Primary school, you can't provide evidence. Secondary school, university, everything is forged. And the judges are they happy about it? That's why somebody like Injustice, Mario, um, Odele will just come and be talking. Who is she to even talk? People that they did not, if the thing didn't favor you, you don't have to bring the roof down. Who is she talking about? Because she has secured her family. Two of her daughters are judges, in a very crooked way. The one that is a medical doctor is now the commissioner for health in River State. Then placed everybody strategy, very strategic. Wike, the criminal, had to build a, what is it called? One a judicial institute, named it after her. And then build one, yeah, something, cancer something, named it after the husband. Paid the River State money into Pamo University of Medical Sciences. Where is that done? They're just doing things. So he felt that he can now come on top and they talk nonsense. Anyway, the thing is, all I know is that the revolution has started, but people may not believe it. By the time they know what is about to come, nobody can take no, we can't take it. No, no. I mean, it's all we had it up to here. You can't. This nonsense must stop. You can't just Nigeria does not belong to a single family or a group of cabals. It belongs to everybody, including the blind. Everybody we have equal stake. So somebody to come and ram it down our throat and start to talk, be the Lord over us, all those eras gone. It can't happen again. It's either that Nigeria, those that want the British created Nigeria to remain the way it is, they allow people to go and start the repair work. Or else, I mean, I don't, nobody can hold you can't arrest the momentum when it starts. So it's as simple as that. All these things they're just talking, I don't know what they're saying. The other Ade Farasi was busy ranting when they just go and I don't know what they're trying to say. You see, the thing is that anyway, anybody who is deceived with religion, I don't think the person is worthy to live. Religion is in the heart. We all know if you know good and you know evil, you don't need anybody to preach to you anything anymore. Say they leave the past. If you leave the past, they just have moved on. Hey, you've left the past, but you are remembering you used to buy petrol for 50 naira. Why not forget about that? And tomorrow it will be 800, and you are complaining. We leave the past. I've moved. Hey, you can move on. Moving on. I mean, we can't be moving. We are not carbon chain. Everybody, you can move on. If I decide not to move on, it's my own. Is my own decision. When people just say move on to where 2015 they say move on. Buhari say Baba, make gaskiya. You will do this. Now look at where Nigeria is. Before you know it, all of them will just get out. That is the meaning. Imagine when a pastor is preaching and telling you have a second option, have plan B. It was that's the Pharisee that said it. Have your plan B so that you can make your way out. What sort of sort? So you have faith and you are telling people to move on. Anyway, the thing is, tomorrow is the D-Day. There's not. I think there has never been any date in the calendar in the annals of Nigerian history like tomorrow, which we are about to enter anyway. Let's know the nonsense those judges will start to speak this. They are like English. It's not English language they're going to speak
Legacy,
tomorrow. Yes, please, which we'll
sorry,
already know.
it was easy for him to have a plan B because maybe his parents born him here. But what about that boy in Sabongari? That boy in Tafabalua local government
Hilda
that does not have.
Adefarasi was the mom. Justice Adefarasi of Lagos State Judiciary in the
Look at that.
80s was the father. The guy, this Paul Adefarasi, read architecture, University of Miami. These things
So
when people
imagine
like this.
if he was born in Sabongari and he was part of those people that were carrying plates. That
Anyway,
he won't talk
anyway,
like that.
the thing is that some people are just swimming against the tide of history. He's just wasting his time. If only if P2B did not emerge, then that old politics of something like get two to beat one, all those politics they used to play. Hey, you give me here, I give you here, all these things. But P2B came with his message that is divine and sacred. He liberated, just like Martin Luther King did. He liberated the entire country. Those people that are talking of Almajiri, even Almajiri, they want to listen to P2B in the north. We die in the southwest. People think that a Yoruba cannot vote for Igbo. Now look at Aki Oshun Tokuden, Papa Adekun, Ayo Adebanjo championed it, was even saying it openly, not to talk of his base and everything. So what are they waiting for? Nigeria has been liberated by P2B. So it is in the interest. That's why sometimes I always give people that window of opportunity for them to, you know, to escape or to do the right thing. It is in their own interest because all these judges, they're all drinking crude oil from either directly or indirectly. So they feel that nothing can happen to them. It is in their own interest, to play the what you have, you keep. So let them just allow P2B to enter to start to repair the thing. 133 million people, by their own figure, in abject poverty. Nigeria, according to them, not my figure, that 90, for every 100 naira Nigeria is having, 96% is for debtors, those they are owing. It's only 4 naira that Nigeria owns. So with a country like this, and somebody like P2B want to take the plunge, to take the risk, that he want to put it in order and they're still delaying him. What do they think will happen to 133 million? When they say this million, they think million is 1,000. 133 million in abject poverty. If only about 10 million of them should react, Nigeria is gone out of 133. So if they know all these figures and all this, they had better say, look, it is in the interest of justice, fair play, equity, and good conscience, like they used to say. Let this man take over. He won, not because you are doing him a favor, but if they want to play that, who are they after all? Shebi, since 1966, we say Igbo man no guru. We must look for a way. After all, we switch the beavers deliberately. Not be say we get. So all these things, when you start playing God, that is what I hate in human being. When they start to play God, all these things they've been doing, eh, messing people up. Tomorrow. All these things must stop. Either way, Nigerians will the world will hear Nigerians. But I will like the world to hear the the voice of Nigerians as the voice of joy that say, oh, true at last, free at last, like Martin Luther King will say, oh, free at last. That's what I want to hear. But if they want to hear the other one, it will be an ill wind that will blow nobody any good. Those that think that they have a stake in Nigeria, I can do this. Look, you may end up, you find out that you don't even have a place. Nigeria is on a tinderbox. The best way, because I know that what they are planning, they may think it wouldn't happen. Nigeria is yet to recover from June 12th, but they will think it's like that. Nigerians haven't recovered fully from there. Now they want to start another one that will now end the country. It's up to them. But I pray and wish that they will say, no, 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 no. A time has come for them to take a decision and then give it for once. Now that even our West African neighbors know who won the election, and they're also interested to hear what the judgment will say. I mean, what they're going to say tomorrow. If they fail to live up to expectation and feel that after all, who are they? Shebi we don't they do and be fat. We switch all beavers, go to court, we rig them. You go to this, we say in the end they are different. So if they play all those type of look, I have a sense of foreboding anyway. So there's nothing that we really sort of, the cloud that are gathering. The only thing, the way the cloud will be cleared is for them to quietly, just in a very simple sentence, say that they've considered their judgment, thought over it, moved over it, did everything from the evidence before them, incontrovertible. This one did this. In the end, they found out that Peter Obi is the man that won the election. Tinubu pronouncement is not even eligible by virtue of his forgery and what he tendered. I mean, all these things. Then the tension in the land will cool down, and then the job to reform Nigeria that will even benefit them will start. But if they want to play God and feel that after all, who are they? Is it not all these people? This man from that area we defeated in the civil war. How can he be commander in chief like somebody in Mina who cannot wear shoes? Said one time. Well, may God help them. But my mind is telling me that tomorrow will be the day that Nigeria will be liberated for good. But who am I? I'm not God. I could be proven wrong. But if that should be the case, well, I mean, whatever it is, Julius Caesar was not in Julius Caesar. They said, if we meet again, we smile. But if not, this pattern is well made. Thank you, Niger Watch. Let me yield here for other people to speak.
I will come in here. Thank you, Ogasie. You spoke with an hidden agenda. So the parable you are making is only the man that has the foresight can align with you. So I will say I have the foresight. I'm aligning with you in this one. So I want to say one thing, yes. I want to sort of preempt the kind of judgment they are going to take tomorrow. All obedience. We are the tail end of the battle. We've not gotten there yet. The battle ahead of us is still thick.
Black Panther, if you are preempting, that means you wrote a judgment for them with that, Navi.
No, you know, when you can preempt a corrupt entity now, you can forecast what they can do because of their history. That is where I said Adefarati is just a toy.
Yeah.
You can preempt them because of their history, their antecedent, what they've done before. And a wicked man, if you follow him very well, you can know his GPS. You can know his way of maneuvering. But he might wear different color. But you will know that he's going to maneuver either from west to south or from east to north because of his present position. And because of the sky ahead that might be favorable to him. You will know that he is always glue. He is like an ant that is, you know, when you put sugar near an ant. He will call all his colony to come. That is how they are. They won't eat alone because they don't want to die alone. They don't want to die alone. They will call all their colony to come and eat. Anything that happens, every man will take them like that. That is how Nigerian politicians are. Because of their antecedent and their history, we can be able to preempt them. One, I'd like to say this, obedient, the cloud is still fake because we still have more battles ahead of us. But we are at the peak. You know, when the Israelites were at the peak of the battle against Pharaoh, when Pharaoh released them, when Pharaoh released the Israelites because of the plague upon them, that God put upon them, they got to a point where the people said, Moses, the first point they got to was when they got to the riverside. Was it? No, it wasn't there. No, they got to a point where the people, the army were coming. But what happened? They thought the army would come and take them down. But Moses spoke the word of God, and there became fire and tornado that stopped the army from moving ahead forward to them. And then they now move forward. The cloud was still thick. At the end, the cloud was still thick, very thick, because what was holding the wicked one was just a storm. Then the people of Israel now moved. They got to the riverside where the cloud was so thick that they had no way to move. But one man that knows the set time, the heart of God, now stretch his fourth hand onto that river. That was a dark cloud before the Israelites. And that river did what? Answer to the voice of man which God has bestowed power upon, and with God has positioned at the set time to liberate the people of Israel. Finally, they went across. The thick cloud was still following them because they still saw the thick cloud. But what happened? With the wisdom God bestowed upon Moses, Moses said, don't worry, go. At the tail end, Moses had to give out command to the river and stretch his rod. And the rod did what? It submerged the thick cloud. And the thick cloud, the Israelites saw them no more. But still, the battle was still strong ahead. The battle that was ahead now was that are we going to form a government? How are we going to form a government? Which people are we going to have? Which God are we going to worship? Obedient. The cloud is still thick. Where we are now, the storm is roving, pushing them. But the greater storm is still ahead of us. And when we go through that great storm, we still have another storm ahead. The storm ahead of us will now be how we're going to arrange ourselves. But we should have a mindset that the thick cloud is still ahead of us. Now, let me preempt them. You see, the judiciary knows the right thing to do. In terms of educational qualification, I'll pick that. I'll mark Agbado F9. In terms of criminal record, I will mark him F9. In terms of double nationality, I will mark him F9. In terms of what is again, I'll use that now to now say the only 25% of Abuja, 25% of Abuja, very key. I'll mark it got up F9.
NYC. NYC.
No, I
forge
won't put that NYC.
documents
I won't
and
put,
NYSC.
I won't put that NYC because that one will go alongside with the criminal act, criminal activities. Now, I will say, yeah, my judgment as what Agbado has to bring out that judgment that will convince the judiciary is money. But one thing we should remember, which CM just said now, that thing that we should remember is still in the minds of every Nigerian, and that is the June 12 saga. June 12 saga has not been erased in the heart of Nigerians and the heart of that judiciary you see there too. It hasn't erased. They know what happened. And they knew how the international people intervened. And they knew how we lost both parties. Now, let me say my judgment. How they will go. The judiciary will not want to bring, because they have been, let's say they have been bribed, because this is a corrupt judgment that I'm going to preempt that they might do. But it's not what they will do. I'm just forecasting. It's not what they will do. It might not be what they will do. Now, because money has been involved and the judiciary has to tell the Agbadois to bring people that will soften the minds and let us see the reactions of the people. They started bringing out pastors. They started bringing out ministers. They started bringing out, they finally, at the tail end, they now brought in former justice of the Supreme Court, which that was, I would say that was so stupid of her to do. Because we are all here when we fought for her, when they were trying to harass her before her retirement. We all did not support what the Nigeria Federation did. So what I am preempting here is that they might, because of June 12th, they will make reference, because this justice, these judges you see, they have to make reference to what happened during the June 12th, because this is exactly, it might not come the same way, because they are trying to steal a mandate here. Because one, INEC did not present some document which will stand as evidence. INEC refused to give it to the complainant, which is the OB and LP. Two, the blank result that they posted, which they asked INEC to bring the original one, which they use in making that draft result to now announce Agbado as the winner. Bring it out so that we'll see the blank one. But LP and will be presented the ones they gave them that did not see, which they claim that is blank, they now bring it out, which now position, if you add that calculation to position LP into the second position, and it will drag Agbado down to third position. Now, how are they going to go about? Because they have been corrupted, but they are looking into all these factors. Now, the question I will ask, will they go the way of June 12th, where they will announce a result favoring Agbado, and the eruption comes up, and they will now arrest Peter Obi? Because, be mindful, he has made some statement now that they are holding. Two, they might not want to go that route because it might be uncontrollable, and the international community will come in because we are going to lose souls in the battlefield. Now, will they say now, okay, we are going to, since the Obi brought an evidence some of the blank spots, some of the blank result, brought it, and we calculated it, which was presented as evidence, and that brought to be to second position. And also on the IRF, if you calculate it, that will possibly put to be as number one. Now, what are we going to do? Instead of us to do what? Cancel the election. I'm talking about corruption, but they don't have the power to cancel it. Instead of us cancel the election, we will now mandate. This is their escape route. In order to, because of the tight position, the international community will judge them, the judges, and the international community will put a lot of constraint on them, because as pressure is going on through the Agbadois, pressure is coming from the obedient, and pressure is coming from the outside world, quote and unquote, the head of the democracy in the world. That is, you know what I'm talking about. They will put sanction on them each. In order to avoid it, because they started with some of the justice, in order to avoid it, what are we going to do? Let's balance the issue by taking unconstitutional way and calling it a technical approach towards the judgment. They might still use technicalities that 3 of them will come out, and let's do a rerun on 3 of them. Because 1, I don't see a result favoring Agbado.
How can you do a rerun on 3 of them?
That is what I'm saying, because money has been transferred
by forgery, and
yes, they will not want to go that route now, because one thing, corruption has positioned them on the fence.
Cases one after the other.
Yes, they will rule on the cases one after the other, but they will consider 1, the nation, 1, 2, the mindset of the people, 3, they will consider June 12th, and they will consider SARS, possibility of SARS.
But they should know that that Tinubu is not popular unless they are.
They know. That is why I say this one is going to be a corrupt. This one is going to be a corrupt judgment, because what money cannot do, more money can do it, according to Agbadoism. So I am placing my own I want to preempt them, an escape route they might possibly take, because if you see all the facts, if you see all the evidence brought out, substantial fact, they are mounting that the justice, they cannot overcome those facts. They have to do what? Instead of them, because they've been corrupted, they cannot just with boldness close their eye to justice and not give the verdict to Agbado. That one is not going to be possible, because there are factors they are going to consider, because they don't want to stand in the history book that because of their judgment, the whole country was destroyed, thereby bringing on international people to put sanction and to call them into the, they expect if they do something wrong, they might be taken to the world court.
Black Panther.
They might be taken because of people that might be buying. People that might lose theirs. Yeah.
Good evening, sir. I beg to interject quickly, if you don't mind.
You are free.
Thank you very much. I think we have less than 24 hours to the judgment. And in my own point of view, I think we need to be talking about what we need to do when the judgment is delivered, instead of preempting or stipulating or permutating what the judgment will be. Because that judgment has already been rendered. We are just going to hear it tomorrow. So I think it is about sensitizing the next line of action. Should it go this way? This is the action. Should it go the other way? This is the action. Because
that is why I said one thing in my prelude, because we have to be very, very smart.
Well, the only thing I want to say is let's keep hope alive. Let's keep hope alive.
That is why when I was saying something, I didn't want to lay it out that, this is what because from the factors that I presented, 1, the people
Not
will
from
react.
me. Is the what they call him?
Now, I know what you're saying. The people,
No,
what I
nothing is
said.
playing in my end.
Oh, are you hearing us?
Yeah.
Is it clear now? CM, are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
I
Yes.
can hear
Okay.
you, Black.
The reason why I will not
Loud
go
and
all
clear.
out to say we should discuss the plan, the second plan, this plan B. We all know the plan B. Even the blind know the plan B. Is how the plan B will be executed. People are on ground that they are doing things. They are doing things. Me, I'm very sure. I'm too sure, over sure. The plan B is ruggedly, bodily, mightily on ground. No shaking. People, they tie red wrapper for this one. Forget anything where they want to do, whether they want to put DSS, forget all those things. When June 12 come, DSS, why they not put DSS for road? So what we are saying here is that this is the possibility,
Black
and this,
Panther,
yeah.
sorry to interject. Let me just tell you that in every family in Nigeria, there is obedience. Even in the military, there is obedience. In the police force, there is obedience. Navy, all our security agency, there are obedience there that are seriously disgruntled, seriously unhappy with everything that is going on. Forget the one they are
Yes.
saying that the Agbado has meeting with the chief of this, chief of that.
All those are
See,
not
let me
going to
tell
work.
you, if you check our African country within us that have staged those coups, you find out that the real guys that make this thing happen, they are not even the toppers, they are not even the most senior officers. They are the junior ones that are dogged. They have seen that this is the way to go, and they strike. So let's leave all this one. We are saying this, that. Forget all of them. They are obedient. No, do you think people are not suffering? Do you think they are not feeling the impact of the economy hardship? They all know everything. It's just that Agbado has galvanized those top leaders, those top officers. You know, that is why you see them, they are riding on all those exotic cars. Why? Because we have bribed them. But those junior officers, they are watching their top officers, how they are being, being how they are handling cash. So you think they won't be disgruntled? Ha! Now house help the key landlord now, house owner now. You don't know. It's very easy. And they tell you now house help. Now in they buy the person where the employer for house. It's very simple. We arrange correct black suit for them. Arrange and wear, governors and wear, give am make it chop. So go close eye. So relax. There's nothing to worry about.
So that
Okay?
is, to
And
Black
me,
Panther, is Nigeria part of G20?
no.
How
But
can?
the Tinubu they deceive himself. Don't say
Well, we not get any economic power.
See,
We not get
this thing with
anything
this
now.
guy, he fear waiting go happen.
Nigerian,
Because you don't.
They only they invite to na come meeting now.
You don't
No,
bribe the top
no,
officer.
he's
Make
only
Black
the
using,
Panther, let me tell
he's
you.
only using it as an
Let me
excuse to get out of the country
Hey, to-
because he plans on staying out. He doesn't even plan on appealing this decision. I think he knows it's going against him tomorrow, and he wants to stay out and stay out.
see, let me tell you, if they judge otherwise, hey, what will happen? Those officers we are talking about, what will happen with Brutus? Say, Etu Brute, you'll be shocked. What will happen?
There are two things. So the reason why it went out.
Moku don't forget us. Northerners are not happy with Tinubu. Moku don't
Yes,
forget that
that you're
side.
right there. You're right there.
Because-
It's the economy. The economy, they attack everybody now. They are crying. Everybody's crying now. Everything touch everybody. Even it touched them more because they are selling more of the gas higher price in the north.
it's too
Because if you see the prices when NNPC was announcing, you see that there's about whether 20 naira or 30 naira difference from the one that comes to the south. So it is biting them because they are more poorer
Black Panther,
than that of the north and the south.
the imam having a sheikh where they preach for mosques, talk say for say the Sultan and never ever become minister of Abuja before. They preach
That's all now.
serious. They preach for inside mosques. They propagate their head. They prepare them because
but na lie, that one.
No. And the time what happen, whether na lie or not,
Okay.
I'm telling you the propaganda where they push because they are going to kick against this man.
See, the only thing.
Those Yoruba generals who carry come from village, those are not people that are going to do the action. Now the younger military people, they are suffering. They are the ones on the road. They are the ones on the streets. They are the ones that their family members are dying.
Exactly.
My friend does that today.
See,
because of kidney failure, poor healthcare system. Nigeria don't
see, gingerbread man. See, let me tell you, that very first week that Abadoma was saying, okay, you are going to war in Niger. I had a lot of military guys because I grew up in Kaduna. You know, they started saying, some of them have started forming sickness because they don't want to go to war. Some of them started praying, asking that they don't want to go. You know, because if you go, the possibility of you coming back is -1. You understand?
I told you people that
so
this guy will go war now. I told you guys
I'm not telling you. I mean that. Yeah, that first time now that Agbado was doing anyhow, they say, you have to go, we want to send military from Nigeria to rescue Niger, blah, blah, blah. A lot of Nigerian soldiers, they are not interested. Why? Because people are hungry, people are struggling with their family. All of a sudden, he just came into power. I want to send us to war.
Do you guys know why? Do you guys know why I said he will not go to war? There was one question, one of the woman leader, when he went to London, when Agbado was not feeling fine. He went to London to meet with Agbado, and it was televised on Arise News. You people have forgotten. He said he asked Agbado, what do you have for the North? Agbado said, I don't have anything. If I do anything, they are going to rain power upon me and they might possibly take my life. So I don't want, so I don't have anything for the North. That is why I said he cannot, like, if he like, let him dare it.
He's a gangster, he's a criminal. He's not going to tell you anything now.
He not fit criminal, go bite that young tiger tail now in agreement. You know, he went to agreement with them now. He can't break the agreement. So that is why I said he cannot go to war. There's no way he can go to war because, you see, that is why he left that. That is why anytime they close border, they will not close that border between Niger and the 6 northern states. They won't close it because that was a route whereby they take things in illegally and legally. They don't pay tax. They don't pay anything. So that route is very good for them and very profitable to them. And that is their livelihood of, living. So if you cut it off now and you block that place, they will rain all fire upon Agbado because it's not far from them. So they might possibly, because there are multiple in the military, they might possibly use their battalion to now strike in, and that might lead to something else. So that is why I said on that premise, because I looked at every point and the agreement itself and what he spoke. Then I make the call. I say, if I told you, I said, let him dare the North. Let him dare strike Niger. He will see what's going to happen to him. So that was my premises, and I stood firmly on it because I know where I was coming from. I made a little research and I called. They told me he will not, he can't. I didn't only call call a Southerner, I call it a Northerner. So that is where I concluded, and then I said, this can happen. Because sometimes you have to know these politicians. That's why I say, Nigerian politicians, they know they change. The only thing they change for their body now, their cloth. They know they change their system. You guys go and look at it. They know they change. They know they change. If it happen now, say, then they want Dabaru everything now. They will see, they can even play the ball game of June 12 again. Don't you people know? These guys can play it again. These guys, that is their game. Because they were the one that had 75% influence on the military to change the trajectory. Thank you.
Black Panther, let me interject to that. Guys, look at the big picture here. The big picture is Africa. Yeah, we are 54 state countries. But if you were to take Africa as one country, can you look at the enormity of the mineral resources scattered all over Africa, in Nigeria, in Niger, in everywhere? That is what is confusing the West, because they are trying and they are trying, and they now have their eyes on the giant of Africa, and they have a stooge that they can manipulate. But they also have a backlash coming from the people. So they are just as confused as we are. They are confused as to how to approach it, and we are confused as to how to govern. That's where this whole problem comes up, because I don't think that the West, in their right mind, would support anybody like Tinubu. But because of all the resources, look at this now. Can you imagine Europe coming very short of uranium, where they will now be doing black rollouts? They might say, London, you will have electricity today and not tomorrow. That will mess up their whole country. So Africa really has everything they need to survive, and they will be willing to see a stable Africa. But they are also willing to see somebody they can manipulate at the head of that Africa. So Tinubu
Engineer,
has something coming for him in the sense. Go ahead.
I strongly feel that the West have always, this is not this is Tinubu is not their first stooge. It has always benefited them to have a stooge in position of power, and that is why we are where we are. From the very beginning, where they said they've given us independence, it was pseudo independence. We were never independent. They took it the other way. They gave it to us with one hand, they took it the other way by putting their own stooge who would be doing their own bidding. And with each government, the stooge became more corrupt, more rotten with each government, and that is why our facilities, our infrastructures have depleted from each government to the next. It has always been worse. Look at us saying the good old days. We are now thinking when Obasanjo was in government, we shouted. When his good luck took over, we hated him. We couldn't wait for him to go. We said Obasanjo was even better. Now we then have Buhari. We are on our knees begging for Jonathan to come, and now we have it has just been going from bad to worse, and that is because of the stooge that they are consciously picking to put in position of power to continue to deplete our resources, keep us in abject poverty, which brings me to which adds to the dot when Tinubu said to that lady that when she asked him what will he do for the North, he said if he's to do anything for the North, they will not allow him. Who will not allow him?
Who will not allow him? It is obviously not the northern cabal.
Now you see the point, because the person of P2B is not going to come and sanitize only Nigeria. He will sanitize the entire African continent. And that scares the daylight out of the West.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when Niger starts to sound like Nigeria, Burkina Faso starts to sound like Nigeria, Gabon starts to sound like Nigeria, and they all even go down all the way, all of them down to South Africa, have serious minerals that the West needs to survive daily. Can you imagine when they are all now P2Bs in all of those places? They have a problem, and they have succeeded in making that their problem our problem. And they have succeeded in teaching our politicians how to divert things. Look at presidential election petition. They now succeeded in making them steer the narrative and make it look as if it is a win or loss situation. They didn't even make them see anything about constitution here. The point here is not a win or lose. Look at Meriadele talking about winners and losers. There is no way the constitution will lose in any fight you get in with the constitution. The constitution is not even playing. Constitution is constant in black and white. So when you make it look as if it's P2B versus Tinubu, then you are taking the constitution away. But make it the constitution 25% in Abuja. Make it the constitution no fake certificates. Make it in, the constitution no perjury. Then you will see that it's Tinubu versus the constitution. P2B is just there as a watcher, just standing by and watching what's happening. And a retired justice was able to bring it down to win or lose. Constitution doesn't lose. Constitution will be here long after you have gone. The Constitution is there in black and white, constant. And even this idiot, I hate to call people names, but that's the way he busted out to me, that Falana, trying to use that win-lose analysis. That's not it. Remember that other son, Olisa Abakoba, at the beginning of this petition, he said that it's very simple, that he can have this thing done in 1 week, that the constitutional matters, like the 25% and all of those ones are just a matter of interpretation. And when you do interpretation, you look at precedents. And in this case, the precedents are in favor of 25% for Abuja. So those ones are easily ruled. The only one that might take time is the area of the votes casted for Obi and the votes for Tinubu and Atiku, just to calculate and collate all of those things and deal with those irregularities with regard to results, adjustments, and where they scratched off and all those things. He said that's the only area that he sees a little bit of time being taken. That in 2 weeks, this whole thing can be resolved. And that is true. That is true. The Constitution should remain supreme. And on that basis, I am telling you, there is no way any body in heaven or hell will rule against that. The only thing they might end up doing tomorrow is they will kick the ball down the road by giving P2B the 25% and all those other arguments, and then giving Tinubu the other argument about the numbers of votes that he got. So meaning that there will be a double appeal in the Supreme Court, because P2B will be appealing for that one to be given him, and Tinubu will be appealing for the 25% to be given him. So they might end up kicking the ball down the road. But in all reality, anybody that has come this far should by now know that there is no way the truth can be covered in this case. So the best thing is to let the sleeping dog lie and give P2B his mandate. I mean, that's the way I see it. But I'm very sure they will come out with a double-edged sword tomorrow, where part of the case will be given to P2B and part will be given to Tinubu, so that the Supreme Court will now have the final say. And I bet you that the reason they will do that is for the Supreme Court to measure the temperature of the country coming from this position. And then if they feel confident that Tinubu can sustain, they will let Tinubu continue. And that means if the Court of Appeals comes up with something like that tomorrow, that is where the road ends for any type of civility. That is where I will invoke the Nigerian military, every Nigerian to become a Nigerian and enforce the Constitution. And at that point, if they go, the military, to defend the Constitution, I will be 100% in support. So I don't think
But
that there is any
sorry
more
to
time
interject you.
for jokes.
You didn't look at the factors of the monetary factors and the corrupt factors, because these are very strong factors you must look into, because it is glaring to our eyes. Look at what one of justice said. You will know that there has been influence of money that have gone round to other sectors that are behind the case. And if you look at what he has been dosing out for Justice Department, the money has dosed out for them for alleviation, whatever he called it. Those are the kind of factors I am considering. But that is why I said, in order to balance it, because if you look at the 25%, that one is sacrosanct. The Supreme Court has made judgment on that. If you look at the double nationality, that one is constitutional. If you look at I might not certificate. The certificate I'm going to look at is not his certificate of Chicago. I'm going to look at the certificate concerning the NYSC. That is perjury. That one has committed a great offense there. So I have looked at 4 points that the justice there's a big mountain they cannot climb. But one factor that made them to land is they will look at our history, historically, what has happened when such a defect came about in our history, what happened, and how the country went through it. That June 12 would have broken Nigeria into it would have torn Nigeria apart. But it was due to the international intervention that made it cool down, and things were done. And then they appealed the Southwest. So that's why I told you people that we should also look at these politicians, the way they react, the moves they make, and their antecedent, their history, and how they proceed in every maneuvering they're about to do. So those are the kind of things. That's why I told you guys that don't ever think that they will change their ways. They don't know any pattern. They don't know any pattern. It's the same pattern. They only come with different. Yeah, they never change. They don't have any pattern. They come into it wearing different color of clothes. That's the color of clothes is what make people to say, oh, this man might do it right or no. It is just the same plan. That is why I'm saying that it might go in a way that they will say, okay, they might not want to disqualify Agbado because of the eruption that might come out in the southwest too. But we cannot throw that factors out too. So they might not to please everybody. No, it might come out too because they have their way of gagging.
Agbado is not good. Even the people that supported him.
No, we should still consider the joker they used, the tribalism joker. That one is still something that we must look into too, which is very, very good when they play it in the west and in the north. They succeed.
There's a bit of maybe a shift in the sense that everybody is feeling the pinch from what he has unleashed on people. So maybe some of them would have woken up to the fact that at the end of the day, it is who is able to help me put food on the table, change in my pocket, fuel in my car, that should be the ultimate, not tribe. So I'm thinking he would have lost some grounds there. Fingers, hopefully, you know.
Okay, now look at what Adefarati said, and look at the ovation he got. That's to tell you that there are still more gullible people falling the trap of religion.
It's psychophants. You see,
and you know that is it. So we will not we will not throw away those factors. We will still bring in those factors to make our conclusion, because we are in the lab now.
True.
So we still use those factors to make a headway, so that people can really understand that we really understand them. They cannot change. If they want to change, I dare them to tell them if they will change. They can't change. I have studied them. That is why I went to history. I studied them, and I know what they can do, and I know they know their limitation. They don't want fight. If you look at how they covered the NSAS massacre, you see the way they covered it, but they still got it still open. So they don't want that thing to happen again. So that is what I'm thinking, and I pray some of us, let us look into that trajectory, how they can play their game using that same system, but now in what dimension will it come? That is why I said they might say, let's do the election within 3 people. They will order INEC to do it. You understand me? They'll say INEC in order because of some constraint and tactical maneuvering, or what do you normally call it? As people said, they will use that as a yardstick. Okay, now say organize the 3 of them to go for election. That is what they will do. That's an assumption.
In that case, who will conduct the election?
They can still leave it with Mahmoud now. Don't you know these people? They know they change now. That's what I told you. They leave it with him, but this time they will gag him very well. The people will gag him. They will scare him. So he will be scared.
And he will be operating under the presidency of Tinubu.
If they want, they can still, yes, they must have a president. That one is not they must have a president, because that is the constitution they gave us, that will be shouting. There must be a man on the seat, except if the president is incapacitated, and the vice is incapacitated too.
If they will give it to Akpabio for the 90 days.
No, they can't give it to Akpabio. Akpabio is not strong now.
But he's next in
Akpabio is
line.
not strong. If he next line, they go knock and come out. Not say they think knock Odili come out. You people should understand these people very well. Putting you in a position that you can be number 3 does not mean that when something happens to the two men up front, then they will not give you power like that. No. If it happened like that, I bet you what happened to Odili, Justice Odili. You know, Justice Odili was supposed to be the next head in the Supreme Court. But what happened? They have to knock her down. Yes, she was supposed to be the Chief Justice, but they have to knock her down. And what happened? She retired immediately. Because they knew that she might do it for like 6 months and she might change the trajectory and their plan towards this very election that is coming. So she might change that plan. So in order for them not to change the plan, they now shake her and everybody ran towards her and now took her, escape her. The River State governor now escaped her and took her. So that is how they operate. You be number 3 or number 3, they don't give a damn about that. When it's getting close, they will do something that will rob you. You know, all of them, they have leverage. There's leverage on every one of them. If they want you to be, that is who we be. But being number 3 man does not make you having a shot at the number 1. No, Nigerian politicians don't play that game like that. That is why you see before they give it to Jonathan, it was a fight. Until all the past presidents now intervene before they now say, okay, let's give it to Jonathan. They know who give them. Nigerian politicians, they know they operate that way. Because we have a lacuna, and that is your constitution that we don't have. But they are giving us a makeshift so that they will believe that we have. You know, make we know the shame for the world, say we don't get. Everybody now they say, oh, let us avoid shame. We have a constitution. That is what is playing all over Nigeria and the mind of all those foolish intellectuals that they have, like the Sun, all of them. They know we don't have, but there's something in them that they program to make them say, oh, instead of I've bread is better than none. That is what they are playing. They know that we don't have. So they don't change their game. Being you number 3 does not make you having a shot in number. No, Nigerian politicians don't play game like that. I lie. They don't play that way. That is why I see they did not give it to Jonathan. The next one. The next time I want to contest, they didn't give it to him because it was not in the program. It was not in the picture and it was not in the plan. So it was because the former heads, the guy, in order to allow peace, they allow him. And then these people, they plan ahead now. They plan ahead. GJ was he was too quiet. That was what killed him. That was what made him like that. So if you know the mindset of Nigeria, every Nigerian politician, this is their mindset. You being number 2 does not give you a shot in number 1. No, they never work like that too. So we should know that.
Okay. That's interesting. Because actually it's like the more I think about this tomorrow, the more
Gentlemen,
like,
I need to sleep to wake up tomorrow. I wanna go to bed so that tomorrow.
Mr. CM, I think when I talk to you, I want to do night watch. I mean, I watch night.
No mind them.
Not be 1 a.m. there here. I never watch reach 1 a.m. No, say na UK. You said
that's true.
Carry coffee, okay. Carry coffee, drink coffee. Not the coffee that they bring on up there. Carry coffee.
No,
Now you want fight for. Now you want do liberation fight. You must fight and finish. Oh, no sleep, you know.
We don't do.
If not, we go raise flag.
But Nigeria na one kind of country. Nigeria na one kind of country. 6 months we never decide the election. 6 months after since February. Not be 6 months. I've been at 7. You don't enter 7 months now.
Now the law now we follow the law. Not the law they give us with that.
And we never decide. Now. We never decide the election since February. Very soon now it will be 1 year. And then they drag them. that country.
If you, Mr. C, if you look around the world, you will ever see a
seriously
constitution
hope that
that will give
our
judiciary power to decide who the president will be. It is not done like that. That is the
Nowhere.
negativity. That is negativity in what they gave us now. You don't make 3 men or 4 men decide for the for
No,
the
I'm quite
whole
sure that
sovereign nation.
this thing has opened their eyes. Yeah, their eyes are now open. I'm quite sure that somebody will be proposing a bill in the House and Senate to amend that thing. Like here in the US, we have the Electoral College, which actually decides. And the Electoral College comprises of everybody in the Senate and the House, plus the vice. And that's when all the states will be coming to present what their results are. And that's where the collation and everything is done. It's not for one man to, in the middle of the night, at the hour when witches are the only people parading, that man wakes up and announces a winner. And the people wake up in the morning to hear it. I mean, that I have no idea that Nigeria is so loose, where one man
You said
can just go and drink.
Nigeria is here, yeah.
And
you don't think you don't enter Nigeria.
One man who is not elected by anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Just one man. And he makes that decision and announcement, and it becomes law. And then there's something I'm still questioning. The Chief Justice, which document did INEC give him that convinced him that he was going to swear in a rightful winner of the election? Can he make that document public? Because here in the US, yes, they have one, but it's never made public. But in this case, in this situation, can he make it public? Because I would like to know what Mahmoud wrote down on that 25% FCT provision.
No, you know what? He can defend that even to any length. You know why he did that thing. There's a portion in the Constitution that didn't give vacancy.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't give vacancy for the presidency.
Oh no, it
didn't
give vacancy, but it said that the incumbent president, the sitting president, will sit until one is declared.
The president, the one in charge ran away now.
I mean,
the one in charge ran away, so he left vacancy there.
No, Buhari would have stayed if that was the situation. He would have stayed for extra days or weeks if that was the situation. So the Chief Justice cannot use that kind of.
You said the right thing. Sorry to interject you. Buhari, the law states he cannot stay beyond the date given to him. You see that clause there too. That if he does that, he's going to do what?
The clause. No, the clause.
No,
also
Black Panther.
says
Black Panther. The clause also said that in a situation where a leader has not emerged, he can stay for a minimum of 6 months.
He will stay
but a leader emerged now. You know, you're for news.
That's what I'm saying. The leader emerged as a result of them trying to just make sure that somebody is there, like you were trying to say, creating a vacuum. If that creating a vacuum was the reason, then that's nonsense, because the leader, the current person, Buhari, would have stayed until one is brought out. So the Chief Justice cannot use that vacuum.
My people, it's already 1 o'clock in the UK. Make they look time. Remember the last time it was 4 a.m. that they issue certificates. I beg, make we not talk, forget us. Some of they wash our back in case they turn their.
Mr. Evans, I want to ask you a question now.
Case they thought their sledgehammer come.
Exactly.
If we see any sign now, say the one dude
The
announcement,
Nigerian
what
Court of
can we do for
Appeals,
here now?
the Nigerian Court of Appeals, they open till this time.
I make no open around one the night, sir. Why are you trusting Nigeria Court of Appeal? Now today they talk. Today is 6. So,
Because between side, Mr. Evans, today, all our eyes are open.
Can they deliver the judgment without the parties of all the parties present
my
in the
brother,
court?
you know, normally in a country that works, it's not possible. But anything is possible in Nigeria, my brother.
I see your
deliver the certificate at to 4 a.m. in the morning. So what are we saying?
The time when witches are flying.
Exactly. So anything can happen in Nigeria, my brother. And then we quote some constitution, take over them. You can't they argue that constitution, they go. You don't come argue.
Have you not heard that Nigeria is not for us?
Go to court.
Exactly. So my people, I beg, as we they talk, we they wash our shoulder. As we they talk, we they wash our shoulder. Can I make all they do this night vigil? So
Nigeria watch. Nigeria watch. Have you not heard that Nigeria is not meant for us?
That's what we are trying to change now.
We won't collect and they don't want to give us.
No,
the same useless. The same useless Tinubu. See, the same useless Tinubu. The same useless Tinubu doing the NSAS. It was on video. He said, "If you don't like the government, no worry. Next year, in 2 years' time,
worry, my
election,
brother,
you vote."
The word said they don't want to give us. We don't really need to hear that now. Today's a
no, we are collecting by force.
Exactly.
By force, by fire. By force, by fire.
Because Nigerians in Nigeria need to prove to me today.
Mr. Evans, make I tell you now, I get people who do on ground. I get people who do on ground for Abuja. They say Abuja quiet. Since yesterday, quiet. Everybody doesn't work like some people. But anybody where you just touch, you will see the verse.
No. Today, you know, quiet. You see, I'm from 7 a.m. just now. You see everywhere dot tight for Abuja. You know, people
so
they go Abuja.
So they go carry police come outside, park police come outside. How many they won't buy?
My brother, because they don't need to buy anybody now. You going to fight them? People being on the street. This is where we are getting it wrong. People being on the street, occupying all the streets, obstruct everywhere. No movement doesn't mean that anybody will be shooting at you. Police will your carriage, they shoot you.
No, you don't know them.
No. We shouldn't.
We know them all.
But Niger Watch, remember you said something like there's no exception to what's practicable in Nigeria.
Yes, but I understand. That is true. But let people come out first. Let us see them. If they're inside their house without no kind of demonstration, expression of their displeasure, they are used to suffering forever.
But the point,
thank you. You guys can continue.
No, the point though is this: if the police start to buy people, and then people are advancing at them, I bet you maybe by the time they buy one or two people, they will be attacked, and that their instrument will be taken off of them and used against his colleagues.
As me day, so my head is hot. My head is hot. My body is shake. I'm just waiting for this to be done. Even the sleep where they toss away in one pass come.
No, but look at it this way.
We can't sleep for my people.
Okay, what kind of argument do you think they will give us on 25% in Abuja? There's no argument. They must give us that one.
For these people to argue,
Mr. Judy, the judgment has. You see the 7 count petitions. There has to be judgment on each and every one of them. So tomorrow, or today rather, we determine whether judiciary don't die, as well as say we bury her. That's what it's supposed to be. Because they are going to
put the judgment Abuja one, they will give it to us.
They are going to put the judgment of double nomination. They are going to put the judgment of everything that was in the petition. They have to give us judgment on it.
That's what I was saying earlier, that they might give us a split decision. They will give some to
See,
people
they
and
I
some
told,
to Tinubu.
like I told you guys, there are 4 mountains in front of the judiciary, the panel, that they cannot override. But because of corrupt and money has exchanged hand, which has been confirmed by the justice that spoke and ran to London, CM and Niger Watch their place there. Now we have confirmed it. Now for them to balance it, will they want to balance it? Is the cabal behind Agbado? Yes, because that was the agreement. Will they want to balkanize the agreement? No, they will not, because they want the trajectory to continue so that power can be handed over to them next time after 8 years, or if Agbado say no, we do again. Now, what will balance both sides? They will look at history, election that was done and what happened, and the historical antecedents. Then they will now start doing judgment on each things they have that they need to do judgment. But at the long run, my mind is still telling me that they will bring technicality overall for the safety of the nation, for blah, 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 blah. We order because of blah, 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 blah. Let there's a re-election within those 3 candidates. That is where I fix my own mind on. Oh, that is the last resort. I fix my mind on. It is me, oh, not everybody. It is me, oh. That is why I told you that I know they shake, because they cannot. If they try to go the route of giving Agbado the power, hey, I just see. I go just the dance like it, because my own flag is in my pocket now. I go just raise them. I go snap myself now. Show now like this. I go start to the shout one language, which some people no go like me, but me I not send, because my own idea might be different from yours. So you claim where you want become, where you want to be. Me, I claim my own. That's so life be. They wouldn't want to go that route because of what? Because they need the unity. The gangsters, they need the unity so that they can continue to see if they can change and steal more of the money. It is the money they're after. It is the money. That is why I told you all that it will be very difficult for you to make Nigeria where Islamic state, because the money too plenty to steal. You see what one senator said, one of their thieves said, he said they should stop all these things they are doing, that the money they have been stealing is too much, he don't tire. He made it now, you people heard him. So those are things that we should take into our pocket and our heart to keep somewhere, in case these politicians start to do one maneuvering. You will get one to take and they no go change. That's why I say they will never change. Me, I don't know their style. They will never change. So I believe that we are going to be on the safer side, and the battle is still tough and it's still real ahead of us. Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's look at them and let's wait. Personally, I can tell you what I feel in my bones on the issue of beaver malfunction, IREV nonsenses. On that issue, I think the court will say that the petitioners didn't prove it. So that will give it to Tinubu. On the other issues, they'll give them to the parties, especially on the APM case against Shetima, they will give it to APM. On the P2B's case with the 25% and others, they will give it to him. On Atiku's case about Tinubu's certificates are forgery, they will deny him that, so that he will present this evidence he's now gathering from Chicago State University. He will now present it to the Supreme Court. So it will be split judgment, whereby it won't be enough for P2B to be sworn in immediately. It won't be enough for Tinubu to be stripped immediately.
All right, Mr.
So
Felix,
it
I
will go
don't
down
see
to
you.
the Supreme Court. Huh?
Mr. Felix, off your camera. I said I don't see you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Okay, so that they will move it over to the Supreme Court. And the purpose of moving it to the Supreme Court will not be really for the Supreme Court to make the ultimate decision, but it's to buy time so that they can feel the temperature of the country and see if the country has come to accept Tinubu. So that when it gets to the Supreme Court, they will take their time, and if they feel the country has accepted Tinubu, they will give it to him. But if they feel that the country is now boiling even hotter, they will reverse it. That is where my confusion comes. If that be the case with regard to the judgment they are going to give us in a few hours' time, do we wait for that Supreme Court level again? Or do we tell them, no, we want all of it now? We are not going to go to the Supreme Court anymore. And that is where I call on the guys in khaki. They too are Nigerians. This too is their constitution. And they too are sworn officers to defend the constitution of the country. And where they see anybody that is kicking our constitution in the head and in the rear end, they should defend the constitution. The constitution is clear, it's in black and white. Everybody has a copy. That section that talks about forgery and citizenship, all those sections are sections that disqualifies Tinubu. Based on those sections, Tinubu should not be in any rerun. So whatever this court decides today, the guys in khaki, this is our country, this is your country too. The way you make it, that's the way it will be. So we have gone to INEC, we have gone to the judiciary, we are now coming to you. If you won't do anything, please stay out of the way and let us handle the government of us by us.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Your place is noisy.
Go ahead.
Please. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, are you now going to say that it's going to be selective
Your radio
judgment?
is on. Your radio is on. Off it.
Okay, I've shifted from there. Can you hear me now? Black Panther. What I'm saying is that are you now going to say that the judgment is going to be selective?
You mean the judges?
See, we all
Go
are
ahead.
saying something. We all are focusing on. We are trying to. They are making us to really look at Supreme Court. You see, the way I see it, Supreme Court will not Supreme Court might not be on the side of Agbado. You know why I say so? One, if you bring the case between, they're making us feel, oh, take it to Supreme Court. these Nigerian politicians, you got to study them very well. Look, the Supreme Court cannot reverse its judgment. People understand me? The Supreme Court cannot reverse its judgment on the 25%. Because if you allow it to go there, then Agbado will finally lose. We are looking at, say, oh, Agbado might win if you go there, Ariwola. It's not easy like that because they have pronounced the judgment. They cannot use any technicality because they cannot rewrite their judgment. So that is why I'm saying people are saying because I'm no longer seeing it because I have mingled it in my heart. I say it might be these people are trying to play it into our mind to see, oh, Supreme Court, Ariwola. Ariwola might not want to hear the case. Because the Supreme Court has the right to say, take it back. That it has been ruled, and they will follow the judgment of the lower court. They might not want to hear anything because they don't want to go back to that 25% and start speaking English to Nigerians again. Because their ruling, by reversing the constitution, might cause more havoc than what the former ruling from the lower court has done. So they might make a mess of the whole judgment if they take it to the Supreme Court. Because the Supreme Court cannot reverse its judgment. There's no way they can reverse it. Because they will interpret it and they cannot reverse it. So that would be a stalemate. And I'm looking at it, it's my own sort of observation, and I'm looking at it tactically, but I'm still trying to weigh that because there's a possibility it might not even reach there. Because if they rule on the 25%, that's a way out to say, oh, he didn't get it. Since he didn't get it, since this man didn't get it, let's go for a rerun. But the question I now ask them, do they have the right, constitutional right to say, go for a rerun because the time have elapsed? So that is where I'm having a problem. And the thing there is that I don't want them to put it under technicality. I don't want them to use all those things, all those terminology to now qualify them to now jingle into that section and now rule on that portion. Say technicality because of the unity of the country, blah, blah. You know how they thought that they are stupid things. They will now say it under that ruling, let the three of them go for a rerun because of we are seeing a technical glitch somewhere on the 25%. That is where I'm seeing it too. But say Supreme Court will not say, oh, no 25%, go. It will cost more. People will fight more. It will aggravate the people more for them to switch back and say no, 25% is not needed because only that 25% has ended the whole case. Has ended it. If it goes to the Supreme Court, Obi has won it. Or you look at the double nomination, my brother, it go hard though. It go hard for Supreme Court to give a leap way to them. It go dey very, very difficult. That is the way me I see it. I don't know how you people see it.
Can I add to your statement, my brother? Right from the beginning, over 5-6 months now, I'll be saying it. The worst thing they can do is a rerun. That is the worst thing they can do. Nothing more, nothing less. And we say no to rerun because all the evidence are there. 25% double nomination for violation of 460,000 for narco trafficking, forgery of certificate. Which one? How many things we want count? Only one don't reach for them to disqualify Tinubu. even for the rerun, it's not supposed to be in that ballot. Even though it is in the ballot, all the vote they will get will be void. That's all.
So, Mr. F, are you still there? All of them don't go. All of them don't sleep, Abi. See these people, they want to do vigil.
Black Panther.
Nah.
My
But
people they enter now.
we
Somebody
have
just enter
somebody
now.
who just joined right now. Engineer Ima. Engineer Ima, thank you very much for joining us. Please join the conversation. We are here waiting for our mandate. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Nanja Watch. I really appreciate for the privilege and opportunity to join this panel this night. I'm speaking from Houston, Texas.
Thank you, sir.
I've been a regular on your show. I do listen to your programs all the time. Thank you very much, Mr. Evix. For tomorrow, for a few hours judgment, we are hoping that the judges in Nigeria should do the right thing because all evidence is clear that the so-called man Asorok is not supposed to be there. I don't know why they are making everything to be tense in Nigeria when they know they can do the right thing. Because you can't tell me, Mr. Elvis, that they have all the evidence against him. Okay, when they ask them that the APC and the so-called president to call witness to defend their claim or their mandate or their victory, they couldn't bring anybody. They bring just one person, and the person they brought on the court even implicates him the more. So you can't tell me now because I don't know why the so-called judges in Nigeria can't do the needful and save the country for all this whole drama, all the whole thing, because people in Nigeria are suffering. I can tell Mr. Elvis, they know who won the election, but I don't know why the judges refuse to do the right thing. No, they are scared because they are also criminals too, because the judges in Nigeria too, they are also criminals. That's why that's okay. Let me give an answer, Mr. Elvis. Okay, when they were doing the pre-hearing of the case, right, they refused to do head life. Okay, why is it now on the judgment day you are saying everybody should be at home, watch it live? How am I sure if they want to show it live on that day? Okay, how they're putting one in everybody should not come out or just watch it at home because they know what they did already. But tomorrow we're over there because the whole world is watching Nigeria judges. Because you can see what's going on.
My brother, sorry to interject you. They decided to televise it because they have made an agreement with the NEPA. In that hour, they will seize light for the whole country.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because at the earlier stage, when they want televised, they said no. So why is it on the dime minute you are saying televised? Like, because the thing is worrisome. It's like everybody to be worried about it because we hope that the judges should not put Nigeria on fire tomorrow. Because I can tell you, once they mistakenly do the wrong thing, Nigeria will be on fire. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Mr. F. Emmanuel, please try to stick one place because you're always on the backstage. At this kind of time, in case I didn't see you, you might stay there for so long. I still say you don't do that backstage. You reached 300 times since. Thank you. All right. Oga Felix, I see that you came back. You guys take the floor. Let's take it one by one. God bless you.
Thank you, my beloved brother. We did here because for all of us to sleep, for them to announce the result, the final judgment, they can never cash out on our way again. We go to do shifting duty. Who see they go call the rest come out? No, no hiding place for any of them. If all those judges like make them fly all their family come up for the country before before they take that decision, that wrong decision, make them try am. We go fight them, deport all of them, come back, come face the mess wey their parents cause. Make them try am. I dare them to try it. All this one wey they talk small. We obedient, they calm ever since, because our principal said we are in court, keep calm, let's follow the constitutional process peacefully. Obedient are waiting for that day, that judgment day, and that judgment day is today. Everybody like all the big board made them destroy a million times. You destroy big board, you not destroy our highway until they wash you. Everywhere you go, our eyes are on you. You go to church, you go to mosque, you go to shrine, anywhere where they worship, our eye dey on our body. As they on our body, I say don't all on our family body. No one will be spared out of it, whether you people like it or not. All we ask, we are not asking for too much. Do the right thing, interpret the constitution, follow all the evidence in your table to rule of Tinubu disqualification and others. Why person go lie under oath that is only a citizen of Nigeria, unknowingly he have a dual passport, above all diplomatic passport. It's like when you in Western world, when you go to see for a job, they will ask convicted before. Do you have any problem when it is discovered? Even reach for them to say you go praise yourself. Not to talk of you lying under, not be certificate. NYC certificate where you fair use as a governor. Now you can't use as the presidential candidate. Who does that? Judiciary, are you? Can't you people see that everything is open to you? Then you will not say rerun. There was technical glitches, as they said. The technical glitches, as they asked them in the Beavers system, that they said it happened. Is it a human glitches or what? The Beavers work on that army election they do that day. All the was uploaded. This was uploaded. Only the presidential OAS glitches, because one man in Bode said it is my turn. Emilokon Agbado Ewa. It don't really give una the rice and beans. Namuna go chop. You don't share the billion. They give una the rice and beans. Muna go chop. 2 cup every month. Now you say one seed of rice. Now we chop a day. Problem not there. We have to wait. My brother, this one not be time to laugh. I been at the soldier where say you want recruit. Khaki not be leather. Khaki not be leather. Khaki me. I said it before. This time for you people to defend the constitution. You swore to defend. Peradventure, if they decide to do the wrong thing, come for our rescue. We need you guys. Come for our aid, because all the lieutenant colonel general, this, that, in the military, we know 99.9% have been compromised. The Krofo that these people, the generals have been sending, go here, go there, unto say obey the last order. They go say all the Krofo go Sabisa forest. Why all those generals Why they not go sabi slap on forest to show a good example? Say, give me this gun. Let's go and defeat these people in the war front. Just like what Ojukwu told Obasanjo back then, that if the captain in the war front have not been defeated or by, what did he expect? Did he expect the war to stop or to continue? When Ojukwu was invited to Asoro back then, Kakime, if they say you or una Ogase una, if they decide to do the wrong thing, to unleash on the beloved brothers of yours, Nigerians, where meaningful Nigerians out there, for the action they are going to take, disobey them, because the money they use in paying you guys will be generated by us. You own the resources, not they. Your generals collect billions of dollars from the federal government. They give you guys peanuts and push you at the front to go and fight on justice war. It's now or never, whether they like it or not. We must take back Nigeria from these few political dealers and cabals. We are just waiting. That's all we have been waiting for. And the date we have been waiting for is today. Thank God we are alive to experience this. I said it a few hours ago. Tomorrow is a day. Let me say today, because it did already break. It's a liberation day that will be celebrated forever in Nigeria. It's either for good or for bad. Let's watch and see. Thank you, Mr. Peter Obi, for coming on board to come and open many Nigeria's eye. If not you, nobody know that we have a constitution. Most of the Nigerians now, if you ask them to quote Constitution of Nigeria, they will quote it from beginning to the end without going to law school. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have nothing to say. Just say thank you, and for everyone who have contributed one way or the other for this movement. I thank you all. May God bless your household and your family with good health and long life. I eat for now. Thank you, my people.
All right, we have somebody on the backstage. Let me check on this person. Hello, yeah, thank you very much. I guess I don't know how to pronounce your name. Please, what's your name, sir?
My name is Elbo.
Elbo, thank you very much. It's your first time on the panel, right?
This should be the second time.
All right, okay. All right then. Which country you joining from?
US.
US.
Texas.
Talk to us, sir. Thank you.
Okay. I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate all the people on the panel and all the viewers all over the world. I want to be hopeful that tomorrow will be a very today. Okay, it's today. Okay, it's already a new day in Nigeria. Okay, so I want to be hopeful that today will bring a very interesting news for Nigerians and all over the people who love democracy all over the world, because the government that we have right now is not a democratic government. It's it didn't go through the right process to be there. Even Mr. Peter Obi said that if you want to be called an excellency, the process that made you that should be excellent.
Yes.
So you can see that it's all over the world running around to find legitimacy just to the acceptability, because he's not getting at home. So he's going abroad to look for it, and God will not give him that. I want to be hopeful that the judges will do the right thing, because if you go with the evidence, even some of us who are not lawyers are becoming to even know the law because of Peter Obi. We've been followed up, and if you go by evidence, which they say, if you provide enough evidence, reasonable evidence, that the case will be decided. We've seen that the Labour Party provided more than enough evidence, even witnesses, which they are unable to do. So I don't see any reason why people who swear an oath to protect and defend Constitution will not do it. I just want to pray and hopeful that this will go the way that we are all expecting. And
Exactly.
if it does not happen too, we should not give up the fight, because there's another chance at the Supreme Court. So let's just stay strong and just believe and be hopeful that tomorrow will be a very good day for Nigerians all over the world. Thank you.
God bless
My
you.
brother, we not get time to wait for Supreme Court because the evidence too much. We know you get that time. Sorry, say I just jump inside. We not get time because the evidence is so overwhelming.
I understand, but the point is, what I'm saying is we should not give up just in case it goes the other way, because we cannot, you cannot bet on these judges. We all know that there are several allegations already, even the highest law, what do you call it, who is heading the Supreme Court. There's the allegation against him. The previous people in that position also have these issues. So you cannot bet on them 100% that they will do the right thing. We're just saying, just in case, we should not give up the hope. We should just keep believing and move forward that this mandate will be reclaimed. That is my hope, that is my faith, and that is my belief.
Thank you.
Thank you. Me personally, I believe that they will do the right thing. If peradventure
that's exactly where
do the wrong thing, Nigeria will go down. Obi not feel anybody again.
Please.
Sorry, I retrieve it. Sorry.
Please. I don't want to bring Nigeria down with my platform. Please don't use those words. You know, if they do anything different from what we are expecting, Nigerians should go on the street and protest their displeasure. That's all. That's the best I can say with my platform.
Yes, that's the right way to go.
Yes.
And I heard somebody was saying, giving some advice to the guys in uniform, because
is anybody there?
Yeah, somebody is talking. You said anybody there? Somebody is talking. Are you not hearing us?
I didn't hear you guys.
Some people on the panel were talking about the military guys. We are not just facing this together. All of us are in this mess together. So you have to look at what is the interest of the country, what is the interest of all of us, what is the interest of our unborn children that are coming. Do I have to just follow others and fulfill the future? What is at stake? Because the whole nation is at stake right now. The future of Nigeria is at stake right now. So if we just want to follow others and just for the momentary gain, what about tomorrow? What about our grandkids, what about our great grandkids? What about the home that we are proud to say we are Nigerians? It is only Peter Obi that has come up and people now start identified as Nigerian. I'm sure most people on this panel or most viewers have traveled out of Nigeria, and the way you're being treated, forget all this packaging that will go out there, will feel like Nigeria is on top. They don't treat us good at all because of the image of our country. Now we don't have somebody who is even a drug dealer in office. So what does that tell about our country? And I tell you, the institutions are a mess. They are just out there, just sharing the resources. Nobody cares about what's happening. Peter Obi said it. Yeah, I'm here to fix Nigeria. If I come to steal any money from Nigeria, let God kill me. How many politicians all over the world have you even heard, even in the US, UK, anywhere that they are doing democracy, have come out to say, if I'm here to steal money, let God take my life? I don't understand why Nigeria at this time will not sit up, the judiciary will not sit up and say, okay, let's give this man won this election, he's given the mandate, let him rule this country, let him take Nigeria to where Nigeria ought to be, because this is 21st century, it's 2023, we are still having a president who cannot even stand, who has this type of criminal record. It's just appalling. It's just each time I think of who is ruling Nigeria, it just is very depressing. But we have to keep it and move on. Believe that today, Peter Obi will be declared, and bring joy, and everything will just turn around. Declaration can even change the economy immediately. Even declaring Peter Obi, the naira, you will see the gain naira will gain against a dollar. So because when you have right people in position, it also contributes to the power of the currency. Just a statement that the president will make can also do that. So please, judiciary, it's time for you to stand up and do the right thing.
Thank you very much, Ebo. God bless you
You're welcome.
for your submission. It's good to have you on the panel. Yes, for me, we are already there. We are there today. Is today now. So it's different from where we used to wait for a date or a day. Is today, so it can happen anytime from this morning. So we don't know. So thank you very much, everybody. I don't know if anybody want to contribute, or you guys want me to end this broadcast now.
If you want to end it now, you will probably end it maybe in 4 hours time. You knock in. I will knock your door through the WhatsApp.
So that we can come back again, right?
Yes.
Okay, that will be fine. All right, thank you very much, everybody, for your time with us.
That would be better.
Yes. So
Do you have a set time that you come back so I can do you have a set time?
I think 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
In the next about 5 hours, 5 hours from now.
Okay.
It might be early than that, but depend. But just subscribe to the channel, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, I'm
and
subscriber.
Is your notification turned on?
If you say 5 hours from now,
I usually get notification. I was somewhat engaged recently, so I couldn't join. So, but I have to be here tonight and to the judgment.
Okay, I'll put it on 8 a.m. But let's see how it goes from there.
Is it 8 a.m. your time or which time?
Which time you want?
Nigeria time they use, my brother.
Because one to Nigeria time, you can do it 6. You can do it from 6. Because these guys, they're very tricky. Oh. If you go to Thursday, they'll not do it before you come. Oh.
No. Court doesn't open till 9.
Till 9.
Yeah,
okay.
9 a.m. Yes.
Okay. INEC does not talk till 4 o'clock in the morning.
So I will just be on air and we'll wait for it to happen.
Okay. Because me, I don't want me if I don't do for me, I did glue to my TV today. I know they go anywhere.
Midday with you now.
I say one question where they always ask us where they foreign country. Yesterday when I tell them, I still ask me say upon all the resources we will not get for Nigeria, what you not see they do for abroad?
It's sad.
Is that not a shame or painful to us as a Nigerian?
It's sad.
All right.
Then one person will come tell me, say me I keep quiet. The time where I'll take talk, me I not talk. The time where I'll take walk, me I not walk.
Okay. Let's meet by 8, my people. May God bless you all. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We all will celebrate later on. God bless every one of you right there. Those of you still on the panel. We have Engineer Francis with us. We have who is that? All eyes on Judiciary. Who is behind the eyes of Judiciary? I don't even know. Okay, Takuma, you're there. Oga Louis, Okonkwo is with us.
Yes, I did, my brother. I did.
Thank you, my brother.
Looking at
Mr. Felix,
with an eagle eye.
Engineer Ima, and Ebo.
Thank you very much, service. We are still here waiting and watching to get the good news.
Yes, we are going to end the broadcast right now. So you guys join us again by 8 a.m. in the morning. So everybody go to bed so that you can have the energy to continue again the next 5 hours.
Yeah, that should be our Eastern, should be around 2 a.m. in Eastern time.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
2 a.m. because 1 a.m. is 7 in Nigeria, then 2 a.m. is 8 o'clock in Nigeria time. So we're going to be awake to hear the judgment of
okay.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you guys shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, Ebo. Thank you. Oga Chris, I can see right there. Oriyomi, thank you. Thank you. Ga Wanlele, thank you. and I can see many orders right there. So we need to end the show right now. Thank you. I'll see you guys by 8 a.m. Take care, and God bless every one of you right there.
You are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that holds my life. Master Jesus, you are the pillar that holds my life. Lily of the body, you are the pillar that holds. You are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that holds my life. Master Jesus, you are the pillar that holds my life. Lily of the body, you are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar that holds my life. Lion of the night, you are the pillar. Chicken, you are the pillar. Daddy, you are the pillar that holds my life. Lion of Judea. You are the pillar that holds my life. Walking the way. You are the pillar that holds my life. Hey, yeah. Master Jesus, you are the pillar that holds my life. You are the pillar. You are the pillar that holds my life. I said, Jesus, Tinubu kalabati Tinubu. Tinubu kalabati Tinubu. Ojo biete, Tinubu kalabao. Tinubu kalabano. Tinubu kalabao.